Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're driving the Prius. I'm gonna show you some things for you guys who like to drive fast, you guys who like to drive safe, just for any driver in general. Okay, so here, when you're driving, always expect people to do the worst. Think one step ahead, and always try to predict what people are gonna do. Give yourself space to get out of situations, and try to look for openings. And like right here, you see there's the opening right here. These cars, hopefully they open up. This guy is driving bad because he's driving very slow on the left lane, just like all these guys. But instead of getting mad, let's just be patient. We'll wait for this opening here. Everybody here is going to the 405, but they like to drive very slow on the left, and then they switch over last minute. So right here, okay, you start merging right, but you gotta picture every worst case scenario. Picture that everybody's gonna cut you off. Picture that every bad thing that could happen. Always look at your rear view. Look at every single car on the road. You have to be aware of every single car's position every time. Constantly look at your mirrors, left mirror, right mirror, rear view mirror, and always make sure that you're looking everywhere. Make sure that you know every single situation. Try to give when you signal, try to give a little 5 seconds in advance at least to signal, because you got to give people time to react to what you're doing. There could be somebody behind you coming very fast. There could be somebody thinking about a move and they're not signaling. So if you signal, even if the other people don't signal, it helps everybody. And remember, always look at all your mirrors. Constantly be looking at all your mirrors. Now, a lot of people don't like to do this because it takes muscle. You got to look left, you got to look right, you got to look up. They just want the car to do it for you. They want the sensors to do it for you, but you should still look over. Every time you switch over lanes to your right, you should look over your right shoulder physically and make sure there's no cars there after you have your signal on. So first, turn on your signal and then look, and then double check one more time. Always look twice, because maybe the first time you look, you missed something, or maybe the first time you look, the car wasn't there yet. But the second time you look, maybe it's gonna be different. Look, right now they got a biker in the back, so we're gonna move over to the left, and I'm gonna signal to my left to let him know that I'm letting him through. So I'm moving over to the left, and I'm trying to let him through here. See if he's gonna be able to fit. I don't want to drive too much on the how to put my phone down. I don't want to swerve when there's a biker next to me. You don't want to drive too much on these shoulders, because these shoulders, they will give you flat tires. So if you look at my rear view, this guy's tailgating me. Even though I put my signal and the biker was coming through, they were not really trying to let him through. Right now we have a big gap, but because I am in the Prius, I'm trying to save gas. I'm not gonna floor it. This guy's over here, expect the worst. Expect somebody's gonna cut us off right now. So as we're increasing speed, always kind of have your foot ready on the brake and be ready to react to anybody that's gonna cut you off at any given moment. Keep looking at your rear views, check for more bikers, check for police, check for incoming emergency vehicles, and maintain at least one car per every 10 miles per hour of distance. So right here we're going 60, so we need at least 6 cars of space. So let's start braking here, give ourselves some space so we can have time to react. I'm gonna go over here to these right lanes because I know these roads, and I know there's an extra lane here that no one really uses, which is this one. But eventually I am gonna move back over to the left, because I am going to the left side. I'm not going east or west. Right here we're going back left, but picture this right now. Somebody's gonna stick out. You're gonna have to slam on the brakes. So always be expecting that. Be expecting the worst. And right here, oh, almost had that guy. And just always be ready for that guy. So keep that foot on the brake. And look at this. We're getting good mileage. We're passing people 50 miles per gallon. We're moving. We're not speeding. We're not breaking the law. We're getting good miles per gallon. We're not wasting our brakes or our tires too much. We shouldn't be passing on the right, but because all these guys are driving backwards and they like to drive slow on the left, sometimes in California, that's the way we do things. We do things backwards. Okay, so now I'm gonna start merging back in left, preferably right here. I should have found a better spot because this is kind of a hard break, but I'm back in left. I kind of moved over 2 lanes there, but it was kind of an emergency because that road ends there, and now I'm in the left lane again. but I'm gonna give myself a little bit of space for this guy in front of me. 2 cars, 22 miles per hour, but this traffic is barely moving. Now, something you can do in the Prius and other hybrid vehicles, you can push this button here. Oh, there goes the biker again. You can push this button here, and this is the EV button. You can push this button while you're going right here, while you're going, and it will turn on. As long as you keep it under 25 miles per gallon, you can put this in this bumper to bumper traffic. You can put it when you're in the street, when you're not going too fast, and as long as you're under 25, you'll keep the electric motor on. Now, what happens? Watch what happens when I go 26 miles per hour. It turns off. So as long as you keep it under 25, you can get really good gas mileage in this Prius or in whatever hybrid vehicle you have. Just if it has an electric mode, just find out what's the speed for it. You can get really good mileage. Now, right here, I'm driving a bit too slow for the left lane, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because this is my exit. And there's a stop truck here, so always approach that with caution. Try to leave them at least 2 lanes of space. And I'm looking in the rear view again. Looking in the rear view. Guy's not giving me too much space, but you know, it's not too bad either. And now ahead here, this line brakes, so as soon as it brakes, we're gonna start merging out. Look to your left, make sure this guy's not also turning out. And then we made eye contact, which is really good. We make eye contact is really good because you can always make sure that you're not gonna crash into the person. You can kind of read each other's minds. So there, we're out of here. We're in the far right lane. There's a pulled over car here, so we're just gonna go ahead and give him a little bit of space and drive a little bit slower than normal, just in case you don't want this guy to open his door or something happen. Okay, so now we're exiting. The light just turned green, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of gas because this light only lasts so long. Hopefully we can make it. I never could make this light. It always turns back yellow on me. Let's see if we can make this. Now, as you start to turn, you want to brake because your tires only have so much traction. So in this case, we're gonna brake late to be able to catch the light.